At Nigeria at 65, we are still on a track for development in terms of nation history. But you say where we missed it is at a point where we jettison our development plans and did not go strictly by what we have planned to achieve. I think if you compare our peers, Malaysia, Indonesia, even China, so in the 60s, we're almost all at the same level of development. Those countries had a vision, they had their own strategic development plans, and they followed them strictly. And if you read through the history of economic developments, countries that really follow their development plans and review them in line with their aspiration and follow them actually religiously are far more advanced than where we are right now as a nation. So I think we have not done too bad as a nation, but we would have been much better if we had followed all our development strategy. It is not late. We have now found ourselves in a regime where we are recovering despite all the headwinds that we have had. Financial crisis in 2018, followed by COVID, and now post-COVID tension, global tension that affects the entire global economy. But I think it's time to reset, refocus ourselves, and really bring out a development plan that every regime, irrespective of the political party, should follow, and insist that this is the path that we want to move Nigeria to. I believe if we do that, we'll be in the right trajectory. Okay, so three important things. In the first place, this is the right time for us to reset. As I said, the current plan that we have ends as a nation, ends in 2025. So we're supposed to have a new development plan, a 5-year development plan for the nation, starting 2026. This is the right time for us to look inward and see what strategy do we have for development for the nation. So my vision is that we will also engage the Ministry of Budget and Economic Planning to see that Nigerian economic society stays at the center of driving this development plan, so that we can really marshal out a good strategy of development. We have opportunities. We have a lot of vision for the nation. And I think this is the right moment that we need to engage the Ministry of Budget and National Planning, and of course the entire economy, to see that the next development plan that we have is an all-round development plan, but really had a good trajectory going forward for the nation. And this is my vision as a Nigerian Economic Society president. But beyond that also, we need to take advantage of every resource that is available in every state. So one of the studies that we intend to do as a nation, as a society, is to do some evaluation mission in every state to identify the not only investment opportunities that we have in the state, but map out every single resources that they have. As a nation now, if I ask you, what do we have? We knew that Nigeria is blessed with a lot of resources, but is there any single source where you can take and just click and say, this is what is available in this particular state. These are the investment opportunities. These are the available resources that we have in the state, and how can we harness those resources? They are all not there. So we, as a society, I think is the biggest society of economists that we have in the whole nation, and we can easily conduct a survey and get a report that maps out all these investment opportunities and bring it to the knowledge of the nation, so that we can use that information to drive in the development plans that we have for the state. So I mean for the states and the nation. So with this, I believe that we'll have a coordination, and every state will have the opportunity to also contribute to national development. Yes, I've been in WAIFEM for a number of years before I became Director General. What advantage that I had was I was practically involved in the management of the economies of all our member countries. I have worked very closely with the ministries of finance and central banks in the respective countries, so much so that when they are conducting their sustainability analysis in most of the countries, I actually participate and sometimes lead the development of those debt sustainability analysis and debt management strategies. So that gives me insight into their fiscal policy and monetary policies. And with that, we were able to practically be involved in the management of those economies. And so when you are involved in all these practical issues in the respective economies, you really have the advantage of having a feeling of those economies. So when it comes to the application, it is not just theory that you have, but you have the practical knowledge. And with the cross-cutting issues among the countries, you are able to know. So that's one advantage that I had. And so the strategy that I developed when I became the Director General of WAIFEM, with the knowledge of the background knowledge that I had, I was able to now identify what is desired or what we need to do for a particular country and address the economic issues in those countries. And that has actually helped in improving some of their economic management issues. But beyond that also, we from time to time we do what we call annual survey. So we know exactly what every country needs and what it requires to address those needs. So that has helped us in improving the economies of those countries. When you discuss the trade issues, I think the informal nature of our economies also contribute to the lack of the trade that we have. It's not that there has not been trade between our countries, but in most cases they are mostly informal. If you go to Benin Republic now or stay in the border, you see the number of trucks that cross between here and Ghana, here and Cote d'Ivoire, here and even as far as Mali. Of course, we have trucks that moves, and they are all traders that move across this thing, but they are all unrecorded because the transactions are all conducted in an informal way. So I think we need to, as nations, find a way of channeling the trade relationship and have a record of them and see how we can improve on them. But what is more heartening now is the regional integration agenda that we have, aiming at having a common currency and improving on the trade relation that we have across the nation. Once we have a common currency, if you are in Benin Republic or in Ghana or in Togo or anywhere within West Africa, you don't really need to carry dollar or sefa or and change to come and buy things in Lagos or Kano or any part of Nigeria. So I think that currency, that common currency, the regional integration agenda will help improve our trade relation. But I think the other issue is also for us to really see the availability of the resources that we have and see how do we capture it in a formal way and improve on the trade relations. But we are in the right trajectory. So going forward, I think we will improve on